House Minority Whip Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise was in the Capitol on this day 1 year ago, and he joins me now. Congressman, thank you very much for being with us today. I guess the first question is just reflecting back on that day and your thoughts, because you had voted in favor of the objections to the certification of the vote. And when you look back to that day, what do you think about all that now?
Yeah, Martha, and look, it was a day that nobody wanted to see happen. I was very quick to condemn those who broke into the Capitol. We were able to get back into the Capitol finally and finish our job later that day, which I thought was very important. But when you look at what's going on today and just seeing the way Speaker Pelosi, President Biden, Kamala Harris are just trying to politicize this to push a different agenda, to do things like banning picture ID, for goodness sake. I mean, has nothing to do with the other, to try to compare it to the thousands who died at Pearl Harbor on September 11th. It just is very clear they want this to be a politicized day. Most of America doesn't want it politicized. Most of America wants Washington focused on their problems like inflation, high gas prices, the COVID resurgence, the border crisis, which President Biden and Speaker Pelosi continue to just let go unanswered because they want every day to be about January 6th.
So I'm curious what you thought. President Biden went after President Trump in a very pointed way. In fact, we heard him call out President Trump in a way that he normally doesn't, mentioning his name or referring to the former president many times. Watch this compilation of how often that happened this morning.
Former president, the former president, the former president, former president, former president, the former president, former president, former president, the former president, former president, the former president, the former president, former president, former president, former president.
So that is not the President Biden that we often hear, but he clearly wanted to make his points today about what he saw as missteps from President Trump. President Trump also snapped back at President Biden after he did that. What do you think about it?
Well, it's just sad to see President Biden with this just mass obsession with Donald Trump. They've had it for the entire year of 2021. You would think that they would close the page on 2021 and start looking forward, and yet they still want to just continue to go and blame everything and attack Donald Trump and try to divide this country even further. I don't know if Joe Biden remembers, but he ran saying he was going to try to unite the country. He was going to represent and be the president for all of America. He also said he was going to crush the virus. He hasn't done any of those things. He's just worked to further divide the nation and create crises after crises, self-created crises by President Biden that he refuses to address. And so they want to just continue to talk about January 6th to try to change the subject. Most voters don't get it. You look at what happened in Virginia. They tried to make that Virginia election in November about Donald Trump. And Youngkin won because he focused on standing up for parents, having the ability to be involved in their kids' education and to try to get real opportunity created and open up the economy again. That's where Democrats continue to miss the mark. They don't care about the day-to-day problems facing families right now. They just want to continue talking about Donald Trump and anything else other than the problems they created.
Representative Steve Scalise, thank you very much, Congressman. Good to see you as always.
Great being with you, Martha. Thanks.